So I know a few of you may be wondering how this works, and let me just explain that a little bit. So this is a 500 watt power supply. You just can't use any power supply, so it has to be very specific. This one needs what is it? Oh, I forgot how many watts it needs, but it needs a certain amount of wattage going through the 12 volt rails. So that is very specific. I will link this in the description if that's something you guys want to check out. I'll link most of the stuff in here, especially for Cooler Master products. So I'm gonna turn on the power supply. This is gonna turn on our fans and everything. So I know back here it looks pretty much like your average PC rear I/O, just a little bit different. So we got our RGB control here. We can mess around with that if we wanted to, whatever you want. So and then this here is a fan on the motherboard. It's a bit loud, so I didn't want it constantly on full speed. You might be able to hear it here. So yeah, I'm gonna power it up. I have a monitor over to the left that I'll show you guys. So here we go. Just proof for some of you that may not believe. I'm gonna pull the HDMI. Screen goes black, so that's your proof right there. I'm gonna plug it back in. So this is all legit. So we have our rear two back USB 3.0s back here, and of course, as a normal PC would have, you would have the two in the front, or however many your case has. So I had to make those work for sure, because what good is a case with non-working USB ports? Alright, so you see at the front now we got our two USB 3.0s. I'm going to take our controller. There's one port. Now let's try the other. So traditionally, you would have one of these. Your Wi-Fi card and your Bluetooth, and it plugs right in here. Now, on the final build, I don't have that in. And why is that? Because I made 3 extension cables. One of these, but longer, and they all didn't work. And I have a theory as to why it didn't work, but I'm not going to get into that right now. I've made lots of extension cables for the previous build, this build for the optical drive, which isn't in the build, but is necessary for updates, and they all work fine. And I know the cable that the last one that I made for this was 100% connected in every way. There's no loose connections. And like I said, I know I have a theory for it, but I'm not going to get into it right now. I could probably fix it, but I'm not going to do it. Now, you may be asking, what am I doing for Wi-Fi? And the answer is, you've seen in the rear I/O how I had an Ethernet cable plugged in going behind our rear panel. So that all goes to our front over here, and I will show you that. Alright, so our Wi-Fi is hidden behind our front panel here. So this right here is our Wi-Fi. So here's our Ethernet cable that was from the back, the rear I/O, and it is powered by USB, which there's USB all the way down in the bottom next to the power supply. And so it's just Ethernet to USB. I mean, Ethernet to Wi-Fi. So that makes it very, very handy. This was where the original Wi-Fi card was supposed to go. So it just gets bolted in there. But change of plans, and it's fine. So you guys know that panel that's inside the Xbox One, the original one. This is actually the original Xbox One, where you push the power button. Yeah, this is where you normally push the power button. So it'd be about up here where the button would be, and you got your LED in there, and then the sync button would be like down here. So this, I modified this to actually talk to our case. So I just unscrewed our panel here. I'm gonna take it out, and all right, there we go. And you see this, we are not using all these pins in here, but we're only using a few on the top section, and I will show you inside how this works. All right, so I unscrewed the screws. Here's how I did it. So there's a ribbon cable that is connected to the original Xbox One case, and that holds basically the power button and our sync, and that plugs into this port right here, or this connector. So I soldered wires to those little pins that connects to the ribbon cable to our case, our old case, and it's wired all to our pins. So I'm going to plug this back in, and I'm going to show you what most of you are probably asking yourself: how the hell does this work? So I will get to what that question is for right after I get this back in. Okay, so a lot of you may be wondering, how the hell is there a 24-pin connector on an Xbox One? So for some of you that may not be familiar with this, a 24-pin ATX connector is usually seen on PC motherboards. So how this works is I had to do some research and reverse engineering on what points to use on the input on the power connector, the original power connector, which I actually think I have one. So this is what you would see for your original Xbox One power supply connector, which usually plugs in the back here, and so that is completely gone. This was for part of the reverse engineering. So I had to learn a lot about this thing, and I really wanted this to work, and I'm thankful that I did. I really thought I wasn't going to be able to do this, but you can kind of see these two yellow wires here, and that's our 12 volts going behind, inside holes in our motherboard, and going behind and leading up to the points on our motherboard for our power. And you may see that in a cinematic. So that all connects down here. There are more holes which more cables are going through, but I'm only using two 12 volt wires, two ground, and then one for the power supply on, and that's all being routed beneath this piece, which is why I like this piece, because it covers all that, and it also looks really nice. But I didn't want to cover up this yellow wire just because I kind of like it, to be honest. Just kind of weird, but it just kind of teases you about how this works, I guess. Now, I really want to thank Cooler Master for sponsoring this build, and I just have to say, you know, I've been using Cooler Master in the past, and all their products I've used so far is just great, and that's honestly the complete truth. If you guys want to use any of Cooler Master's products in this video, I will have links in the description for the case, coolers, whatever, fans, all of it. And I truly am so thankful for Cooler Master doing this, reaching out to me, and just it just makes this build that much more special. And I really had to give it my all in this build to show them and show everyone what is possible in the modding community. And maybe we can look forward to something in the future for the X series or PS5, whatever. But also I want to thank my subscribers and viewers for clicking this video, and if you like it, please drop a like. And you know, if you have any questions as well, I would be happy to answer any questions. I know you may have a few or a lot, whatever the case is, I will help you out. Or if you're doing something like this similar on your own, I can for sure help you out with your custom build or whatever the case is. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I don't know, I just hope you like it as much as I do. So thanks again, everyone. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Peace out, guys.